Hey y'all, come with me as I make some honey lime salmon and a baked potato for lunch because your girl's hungry. Baked potato good. It's delicious. Come on, let me show you how to make it. Alright y'all, so we got our Old Bay. Gotta make sure we season our salmon with that and put as little or as much as you want. This is how much I want on my salmon. Then of course we got the Weber's Chop House. This is the knockoff version. If you want Kinders but you can't afford Kinders, this was cheaper, so you know your girl was gonna use that. And then of course the Trader Joe's citrusy garlic, one of my faves to put on seafood. When I say it just does something for your girl, it does. It's freaking amazing. And now all you're gonna do, make sure you get the seasonings on the side, on the top of the salmon, because you want to make sure that your entire piece of salmon is fully coated in the good seasoning that you just put on it. And you know, if you want to add more, this is the time when you would do that. But now I'm going to put this in the fridge, let it marinate a little bit, and then we'll come back to it. Alright, and of course, as we start off anything, you got to go ahead and get your butter melting in the pan. Spread that on around, get it good. Then put your salmon in there. And now we cooking it, because look at it. We got that nice little bubble of the butter. I promise y'all, it's looking real good. It's smelling amazing. So I let that go for a little bit, you know, to let it start cooking on that side. And then, of course, all I'm going to do is just turn it over so that it can cook on the other side, and you know, just move that around a little bit. Make sure your meat, well, the salmon is not sticking to the bottom of the skillet. And then of course, once I cooked it a little bit more, turn it back over so it can do, because I did tell y'all that this was honey lime salmon. So of course we gotta add the ingredients for that in there, but you still want to make sure that your salmon is fully cooked. But there's my lime juice, and I'm just gonna put it in the bottom of my pan. It's gonna make it smoke up a little bit, but that's cool. Don't worry about it. It's not messing anything up. You just need it to absorb into the salmon. And then of course we are going to add that raw honey, and it's unfiltered. I got this from Kroger's. They're simply organic. And then I just put that down at the bottom as well, so that is cooking and all that nice sweetness is cooking up in there. And you know, you just let it go, and then of course shake it around just a little bit to make sure, one, it doesn't stick, and also that everything is evenly divided, because the honey will start to melt with that heat. And of course, I did tell y'all I had a baked potato, so while that's cooking, my baked potato is done because I put that in the oven well before I started cooking the salmon. And now we're just gonna take that out and let's start working on fixing our baked potato. Alright y'all, so I'm trying to unwrap this potato without burning my fingers. So potato unwrap, baby, this thing was coming up off of it, but of course I just flipped mine onto the plate. And then I was like, where is my knife? I got to cut this thing. Took me a minute to find it, but I eventually found my knife. I don't know what I was doing. And let me fix this ankle for a second. And of course, we're gonna cut open our potato. And yes, I do have my oven mitt on because I'm not about to burn my hand just to fix me something to eat. Cut down one half, then we'll cut down the next. And then we're gonna shake that open a little bit. And oh, yeah, look at that. Some dark spots in there. It happens though. Let me get that skin up off of there. So let me just turn this around so that you can see it. Anytime I have a bad spot on the potato, the only thing I'm going to do is simply cut it off. Yes, there may be excess potato around it, but your girl is definitely not about to eat any type of bad spot. I don't need no issues when it comes to my health. So just gonna cut all of that off. And struggle. Yeah, it was a struggle for a second. Again, try not to burn my hand. And I just throw those onto the aluminum foil that I did the potato in. Still a little small spot. I'm gonna get that up out of there. And like I said, just throw all that onto the aluminum foil because that is my handy dandy trash can. And now all I'm gonna do is just slice this up so it's easier for me to add everything else I need to add to it. You know, straight lines and cut it across however you like to do your potato. This is how I do mine normally when I'm fixing myself a baked potato, and it works every time. And I'm a simple girl when it comes to my potato. Just give me some butter on that thing, throw our pepper on there, and a tinge of salt, not a lot, because we gotta be looking out for our health. And I'm gonna come back in with that Weber's Chop House seasoning, because let me tell you, adding that to a potato, ooh, it just be doing something. But you ain't gotta put a lot because it does have some salt in it too. So I do all that, put that in there. And of course, at this time, I'm also still tending to my salmon, but had to come back in there, kind of mix the potato up a little bit, mix the seasons up, because what you don't want is your seasons to just be lumpy in one spot. I want to spread out throughout my entire. And of course, like I said, spread it throughout the entire potato. And I have a problem, y'all. Your girl loves some butter. So I had to chop me up just a little bit more and add just a little bit more butter to my potato, because me and butter have a very unhealthy relationship. But that's just me. I am who I am, and I love me some butter. I'm not that, Paula Dean crazy with butter, but I like some butter. Yeah, had to add one more too. And of course, the pièce de résistance is some cheese. Because yes, I like cheese on my potatoes. I don't like all the rest of that crap. But give your girl some cheese on that potato. Yes. And you can see the salmon is nice. It has a nice little crisp coating on top of it from the honey. Yeah, look at that. Get into it. And now we have it plated up with our baked potato, and that's delicious honey lime salmon. But I'll catch you guys in the next one. Join me with these dishes.